Okay. Hey guys, I'm Evelina. Welcome to my channel. This is gonna be my very first video ever. I mean, if you would count the videos that I did years ago of talking my kitten, then I mean, I guess not my first video, but this is my first sit down, my first of actually putting my face out there and posting it on the internet. I kept making excuses because I didn't have a good camera, I didn't have lighting, I didn't even have a laptop, but I decided to, you know what, stop making excuses, just do it. And I did, and this is probably one of the most craziest things that I'm doing right now, but I am definitely trying. My name is Evelina, and I'm gonna be doing a 50 facts about me, and I actually didn't write them down yet, so I'm basically gonna be winging it. I think it would be a good way for you guys to get to know me, who I am as a person, and what my goals, what my dreams are, and just my outlook on life. And hopefully I don't run out of memory. That would be really sucky. Full name is Evelina Jeanette Lemonchenko. I am 18 years old, will be 19 this upcoming May. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. They're all older. I'm the baby of the family. I love animals, dogs more specifically, but I love horses. I actually do love cats. I've always been more of a dog person, but since owning a few cats in my life, I've grown a passion for cats as well. If I had to choose between a dog and a cat, I definitely would probably choose a dog, but they're both pretty amazing. Russian was my first language. I didn't know a lick of English when I went into kindergarten. I learned it just over the years, and now I speak it fluently with no accent, at least I don't think so, and I can still speak Russian fluently, and I can read and write. Yeah, and a hint of Ukrainian there too. I am actually the only one of my family born in America. Both my parents are from Ukraine. Well, actually my mom was born in Kyrgyzstan, my dad was born in Ukraine, and all of my siblings were born in Ukraine as well. I'm the USA baby. My favorite color is blue. My eyes are blue, so maybe that's why, but I really love blue. I'm a Christian. I love Jesus. He is my savior. He is my best friend. Jesus is just my everything. I've moved a lot in my life. I was born in Washington State, then I've lived in Woodstock, Georgia, then Florida, and now I live back in Georgia. My favorite season is by far summer. I don't care what people say that, oh, it's too hot. You can tan. Like, oh my gosh, at least when I'm tan, I look so much better. And with blonde hair, it gets more light, and my skin gets darker, and it brings out my blue eyes. And summer means no school. I mean, you can take summer classes, of course, but really, it means no school. You basically are at the pool like every single day. I love summer. It is hot then, but I love summer so much. I love to sing. Always have, probably always will. I don't think I'm the best singer at all. I don't think I'm really even average, but I love it, and recently I started coming out of my shell a little more, actually singing in the shower and in my room. If you actually look back there, I have a guitar. I just started learning guitar a little over 2 years ago. It was a Christmas present from a friend. I've been playing it ever since. I am by no means an expert, but I know the basic chords and can play good songs here and there. I love it. I hope I can only get better. Yeah, I really love being able to play an instrument. At the moment, I actually have a Yorkie and kitten who is gonna be 6 months actually. In a few days, I think. I've had my Yorkie Beamer since I was 10 years old. He was a birthday present, and yeah, I still have him. He's getting pretty old, but he's still here. Like, if it was up to me, I would have so many dogs. I would have, like, I really want, oh my gosh, golden retrievers and Chesapeake Bay retrievers and Newfoundlands and Beachless. Those are my dream dogs, and I pray one day that they come true and that I actually get to own them. But yeah, if it was up to me, I would have so many dogs. Also, if it was up to me, I would be living on a farm right now. I would have horses and I would have a bunch of dogs and goats and pigs, and that is my actual dream. And I don't know if it'll ever become a reality, but that is definitely something that I would love to be able to kind of experience. I always loved theater. I was always into acting ever since I was little, since I was always very involved in church, or at least because I was that's just something I'm into and something that I've always liked and enjoyed, and have always just been good at it. And yeah, that's also one of my passions. My dad is actually a pastor and a bishop, so I grew up as a pastor's kid and bishop's kid, and I was the PK. I have a very horrible dilemma of I'm a very neat person. I love everything neat, but then I'm lazy. So I'm too lazy to, let's say, hang up my clothes, but then if there's like a mess in my room, it makes me so irritated. And I hate that. It's so annoying. I'm like, oh, why me? It's a struggle. Like, the struggle is definitely real. I've always been a computer geek. Anytime there's some kind of problem, many times I am able to like troubleshoot it and figure out what is wrong and, I don't know, fix it. Not always, 50% of the time. I'd say I'm pretty good with computers. I've always been also into video editing. I would just make random slideshows or random clips of something that I would have on my camera and try and make it into something with Windows Live Movie Maker. It was blood, sweat, and tears because that stupid program is so ridiculous to use, but that's kind of been a hobby of mine, so maybe that's why I really always wanted to do a YouTube channel, because I was always into like videos and video editing and things like that. When I was 5 years old, I became an aunt. My oldest sister is 15 years older than me, so she got married young, and when she had her first child, I was 5 years old. He's my nephew, but it really feels like he's my little brother because we're only 5 years apart. It's pretty crazy. My love language is quality time, actually. So every time I would take the quiz, basically all of the love languages would be even, and I'm like, how? You can only have one love language, but whether it's going to the movies or just chilling at your place or my place, like, I really don't care. But quality time is definitely my love language, because without it, if I don't hang out with someone for some time, I feel like they don't care about me anymore and I start overthinking. That's my love language. I would say that I am more of an outgoing introvert. It's very weird. I'm not an extrovert by all means, but I'm not really, I mean, I am more of an introvert, but I am outgoing. Like, that's the thing, it's really weird because introverts are usually, they don't really care for socialization as being their kind of boost. At times, I can be perfectly fine with talking to somebody who I don't even know, and I can be very much friendly, so I'm like stuck in the middle, and it's really annoying because it's hard to explain, because some days I just want to stay in and not go out anywhere, watch Netflix, and then sometimes I'm just like, I need to get out. I love the lifestyle that vegans have. That is just amazing to me, and it's something that, like, I follow on social media and watch on YouTube all the time, and I'm subscribed to those kind of channels, and I love it, but I don't think I'd ever be able to be a vegan myself, because I know me, and it'd be cool to try out one day. Maybe I will one day for like a week or something. It would be a really cool experience, but I really admire people who are vegan. That is just amazing, and I love those people. I would say I'm pretty family oriented. It has always been my dream as a kid to be married one day and have kids of my own and just have my own family. And I don't know if that's weird, but not anytime soon, but that's a dream of mine and something that I've had as a little kid, which is, I guess, it's different because not everyone has that. I have very bad eyesight. I'm not even joking. Literally, I was 5 years old when I had my first pair of glasses, and when I was 4, I had eye correction surgery. It runs in the family. Basically, everyone in my family wears glasses, and I actually do wear glasses all the time at home, but when I go out, I wear contacts. I am very much a dreamer. Sometimes I really don't like myself for it because end up disappointing myself, I will dream basically and overthink so many things. I'll dream about, okay, I want this, and one day I hope to have this, or this seems to be going this way, so I think it's gonna turn out in that way, and it'll equal to this, and that thing never ends up happening, and I'm like, why? Evelina. Why do you keep doing this to yourself, Evelina? Just stop it, please. Oh, I love ramen and Takis. That is my guilty pleasure. Enough said. One of my biggest pet peeves is when somebody uses the right your or their. Like, I'll be honest, if I'm on Instagram and your caption you use the wrong your or their, I won't like your picture. I just won't. I'll be like, I can't. Like, I can't. That is just, nope. I'm actually a missionary, kind of. I've been on 2 missionary trips in the past 2 years. Both summers I was away in Nicaragua for a month, and it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. Definitely one of the hardest, but definitely one of the most rewarding as well. I actually hope to one day, if not be a full-time missionary, then at least going there, you know, every summer or something like that. I know I'm called to be a missionary, and that is just a huge passion of mine. I was never really good at school. Like, there are some people, they don't even have to try and they get an A, but for me, I had to work my butt off to even get a B. I was never a straight A student, probably never will be. School just never came easy to me. Sometimes I really wish that I would be like some of my friends were. They would just get A's so easily, and I'm just there like struggling. I drive a Toyota Prius, and it's like this lime green color. Not actually lime green, that's like what it's labeled as, but it's a really pretty color. I might show it to you guys one day. Ew, there was a bug on me. Not okay. But yeah, I drive a Toyota Prius. It's my first car ever that I got as a present. Over a little, like a year and a half ago, and I love my car. I was actually homeschooled 8th and 9th grade with an online academy, and every other year of my schooling I was in public school. It is, at least as of now, it is kind of my dream to become a vet tech. It's my first semester right now in college. I'm just getting my regular courses out of the way, but hopefully in the fall I'm able to transfer to a technical college in my area where I can pursue the career of a vet technician. That would be a really cool career to have. Like, that is one thing that I'm striving for. This might be like depressing, but 6 years ago, back in 2010, one of my brothers passed away. I mentioned that I had 2 older sisters and brothers. Well, one of those brothers, the one who was actually born right before me, we were 9 years apart, and he died back in 2010. So it completely changed my life, and not really for the worse. Maybe at first that's what it seemed like, but in the end it's for the better, because it gave me a completely different perspective on life and just how fragile it truly is. In my church, I volunteer as person like on the computer. I mentioned earlier that I'm like a computer geek. Well, I do the lyrics in my church, that kind of thing. I've been doing it for quite some time now, many years, and I love it. It's just something I actually do have a passion for. I love doing it, and sometimes it does get hard and tiring, and sometimes you just don't want to do it anymore, but I truly do actually love what I do. It's like bothering me. I have never dyed my hair. This is my natural hair. It's like ash blonde type of color. It might be a little lighter in some areas, but that's just I used sun and spray in like the past summer, but it's really like in one section, and it's kind of annoying because I kind of wanted it to be everywhere. I'm hoping that this actual upcoming summer I'm able to get my hair done, get some balayage going, something like that. I mentioned that I was always into like theater, and so with that I was always good at delivering speeches, and it doesn't mean that I don't ever get stage fright. I actually get really bad stage fright. Well, I guess not really bad because I don't like vomit or faint, but I've been doing it for basically my whole life and I still get stage fright, and so anytime I either have to put on a play or sing with a group or anything, it's always the same thing, and I still do it because I love it, but it's like, it definitely has a price to pay. So I'm an Android person. Enough said. 10 more to go. Almost there. I'm one of those people that doesn't know what they actually want to do in their life, like what career they want to do. Only now that I kind of am going with my dream of becoming a vet tech, but before that, I'm like my whole life. Done with high school and I still don't know what I want to do because there's so many things. I think being a doctor would be amazing, but the amount of schooling it would take, I don't do well in school, like I said. I'm still not really knowing what I'm gonna do, but just going with it. Going with my dream, following my dreams, and seeing if it actually takes me anywhere. So, I love Netflix. Some of my favorite shows are Grey's Anatomy, How to Get Away with Murder, and recently my obsession has been with Blacklist. I've actually just started watching it like this past week, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. And Pretty Little Liars. I love Pretty Little Liars. I am like a snack junkie. I love my chips. I love my junk food and fast food, and even though I pay the price afterwards, man, I love snacks. Why is unhealthy food, it tastes like so good? The struggle.